Welcome back. Well, with inflation remaining at a 40-year high, Americans are really feeling the strain.
Yeah, the average household spending $450 more per month than they did 1 year ago, and that's to cover the soaring costs of everyday items, everything from gas to groceries.
So this morning we thought, let's answer some questions, including some of the top search ones on Google. NBC's Stephanie Ruhle and Vicky Nguyen are here. You're our in-house experts here.
We're going to give it a shot.
I know. Steph, I mean, this is a complicated question, but I think one that a lot of us have, and it was one of the top search questions. Why? Why is inflation so high?
Let's go back to the start of the pandemic. What happened? Everything got shut down. The economy ground to a halt. Businesses were shut. We were out of work. So the Federal Reserve stepped in and lowered interest rates. What happens then? It means it's cheaper to go out and borrow. So we're willing to go out and spend. You saw so many people do renovations, buy houses, because it's cheap to go out and borrow money. So what happens then? Demand for things goes up.
And the government was pumping tons of money.
Between stimulus checks for individuals, for businesses. They're giving us all this money to spend, and we went out and did that. What's the problem? There wasn't enough supply. We know there are all sorts of supply chain issues, labor issues. So when there's not enough things on the shelves to buy, what happens? The price of those things go up. And everyone said, oh, this is going to be short term. Once the pandemic is behind us, this is going to smooth out. But the pandemic isn't behind us. In China, so many things are still shut down. Then the war breaks out in Ukraine. That impacts food prices. It impacts gas. So we are still living with this supply-demand mismatch, and prices are high.
One of the big interest rates, by the way, was a hugely Googled question. This was a real popular one. How does raising interest rates help inflation?
First, Vicky and I want to say thanks that everybody's Googling that, right? Think about normally people are like, oh, I'm not a money person. I don't care. You do care. Money matters. When interest rates rise, when the Federal Reserve raises them, it means it gets more expensive to borrow. Example, mortgages, right? A year ago, if you wanted a 30-year mortgage, probably about 3%. Now, it's 5.3%. Wow. So a 30-year mortgage, if you wanted, let's say a $350,000 loan, that's about $500 more a month. So when they raise rates, it gets more expensive to borrow with the hope, let's slow the economy. But the issue is, the Fed has to stick that landing. Because if they raise rates too quickly, they could tip us into recession because we can't afford anything.
Goldilocks. It's not too hot. It's not too cold.
Because if they're too slow, well, then inflation keeps running, and then it's exactly that, the Goldilocks landing.
Yeah, Vicky, you are in the shops every single day. I mean, we see these prices. You've done so many great stories for us. A lot of people are asking, how will inflation impact my daily expenses?
Yeah, every time you open your wallet, you're feeling the pinch. And so there are two good signs, two pieces of good news. Inflation may be slowing. Housing sales and used car sales both have slowed down, ticked down over the past 2 to 3 months. But how can we save money? Well, let's start with fuel. Really think about when you need to pop into your car. Is it something that you could actually get delivered for cheaper? And also, I was at the gas station the other day. Be consistent about where you fill up. I was at a BP, and the guy across from me goes, are you using the app? I'm saving 5 cents. And he holds up his phone, and I'm thinking he's like,
That's your view?
He's telling us that. No, he was actually just trying to pass on the good word. And so he showed me the app, and then he also showed me another app called Get Upside. Combining those two, those pennies really add up.
Wow. Well, a lot of people want to take vacations, and this question was Googled a lot. I guess airfares climbed 19% in the past month. So if you're thinking about going on a trip, they want to know, what should they consider?
Okay, if you're flying, there are two sites that I want you to think about, skyscanner.com and airfarewatchdog.com. We talked to Samantha Brown. She's a world-renowned travel expert. She actually puts these alerts on her phone. 3 times a week, she gets a ding that says, hey, these are the cheapest flights leaving out of JFK and LaGuardia. And then if you're open-minded, boom, that's where you're going to go on that next trip.
Yeah.
Absolutely. If you're wanting to go on a road trip, camping is a great way to see this beautiful country of ours. It's cheap. Campsites are filling up really fast, so book now. But there's another site called Boondoggers Welcome, and that is a place where you can get 4,000 sites for free. People's homes, people's properties, where you can park your RV for like a low monthly, you sign up for a year annual fee, $50. If you host, then it costs you nothing. Boondoggers Welcome. It's a great site to check
if you're willing to have somebody park their camper in your backyard, that should be free.
You know what? There are a lot, exactly, but there are a lot of people who want to do it. They have hookups for water and electricity, and it's just a really communal thing.
I've always wanted to do it Today Show RV trip, you know?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, Al, he wants it so bad.
I have been pushing that. at it.
He has.
You have?
I'm with you guys. Let's hit the
go.
road.
Hit the road.
But wait,
Baby formula
Al will
too,
be in
by the
charge
way.
of filming on the RV.
I know.
Wait, baby formula, what?
The thing on baby formula, organic baby formula is widely available. Our producer
organic.
David went on, searched online, stores across the
But
country.
it's so expensive.
It's not cheap. No, it's not. But it is available. So if you need it just to get you through this stretch, check with your pediatrician. But organic baby
We're
formula.
out of time, and this is so hard, but people are also asking, when is it going to end?
So 5
When will
seconds.
it end?
Okay,
When is Santa Claus coming?
Remember,
Yes.
it's not going to be a burst. Like, prices are down.
Yeah.
Businesses keep prices as high as you're willing to pay. So if we start to say, I'm not willing to pay that, then they're going to start lowering prices. But let's be honest. If I run a business and you're willing to pay up, I'm going to keep charging up.
Okay. Oh, good. Thank you, guys.
Stephanie,
that was really
I
good.
know, nasty but true.
I know.
All right.
Let's
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Find your favorite recipes, celebrity interviews, uplifting stories, shop our favorite deals, and so much more with the Today app. Download it now.